Hello guys, welcome back. So today we are going to talk about secrets of Vimshottri Dasha. Actually, in daily use, if we are doing anyone is doing astrology, then Vimshottri Dasha is one of the basic dasha which everyone use for their predictions. But there are certain points in Vimshottri Dasha which will help us to analyze each and every event according to which we can predict things very easily. So there are actually we know like there are uh, many dashas, many different dasha, but Vimshottri is one of the most prominent dasha. It depends on the nakshatra of moon. So whenever the person will take birth, depending on the nakshatra, the nakshatra lord dasha will start with that nakshatra lord. So we are not going into the calculation of that, but we are talking about some major secrets of Vimshottri Dasha, how to see Vimshottri Dasha. So, uh, predicting any event will be very, very easy. And actually, what I have seen is many people only use Dasha and Mahadasha. Actually, there are 5 levels of Vimshottri Dasha, and each level has its own significance. So, in this video, I will also going to talk about Pratyantar Dasha, Shukma Dasha, and Pran Dasha importance, and how the result of these last three layers of Vimshottri Dasha will give a major impact on our analysis. So let's start. Jai Shri Mahankal, Jai Shri Mahankali. So as we know, there are 5 levels of Vimshottri Dasha we use. First is the Mahadasha, which is also called as a major period. Uh, After that, there is Antardasha, sub-period, Pratyantardasha, Shukshmadasha, and Prandasha. So these are the 5 levels of Mahadasha, 5 levels of Dasha in Vimshottari. So here, let's take an example. Uh, this is just a random example I have taken. So this person age is around 20 years when he will start with the Venus Mahadasha. So first thing come into our mind is if the first level Venus Dasha started. So we know each and every level of dasha, like Venus is of 20 years, Sun is of 6 years, accordingly. Saturn is of 19 years, Jupiter is of 16 years. So the major period will be influenced by this planet. That will Here we are talking about Venus, so it will be of 20 years. So as soon as the person will start with the Venus dasha, so Venus will going first thing we have to understand is what Venus will going to activate in our chart. So first thing it will activate is where Venus is sitting in your chart. Secondly, where it aspects, where it sees. The third one is houses it rules, and the fourth is planet it sits with or making conjunction with, also got activated. And the fifth is last but not the least is the nakshatra in which Venus is sitting. So the nakshatra lord is also got activated. So these are the main 5 things. Venus suddenly got activated as soon as the dasha will start. So here in the example, the first point is it will activate the house where it sits. So here Venus is sitting in the fourth house. So fourth house got activated as soon as the Mahadasha of Venus will going to start. The second point I said is where it aspects. So it will also activate because Venus from the seventh aspect will seize the, the 10th house. So it will also going to activate the 10th house. The third point is it will also going to activate the houses it sits, it rules. So Venus is ruling two rashis or two zodiac, which is Taurus and Libra. So Taurus is number 2 and Libra is 7. So it will going to activate the fifth house. It is going to activate the fifth house and the 12th house. So this house also got activated. The fourth also got activated, and by aspect, 10th also got activated during. So people will get the major prominent result of these houses in the Mahadasha of Venus. Now the again the next the last point the fourth point I told is Venus is also going to activate where it sits, where the plan it will also going to activate the planet it sits with all. So here Jupiter is sitting with Venus, so Venus Jupiter is also got activated. So houses the Jupiter rules or Jupiter sits is also somewhat like 25% got activated. So apart from that, it also get activated the nakshatra in which it sits. So let's say Venus is in Uttara Falguni nakshatra. Uttara Falguni nakshatra is ruled by Sun. So Sun is sitting in the fifth house. So it will going to activate the third house. Or Sun is sitting in the third house. So it is going to activate the third house also. So these main major houses got activated. Oh, the house number 4, the house number 5, the house number 10, the house number 12, and the house number third also got activated. It's shown in the figure. Now these are the major points, like which house got activated, which house will get the result. Transit also makes an important role in that, but right now we are not going to talk about transit and all. We have a major focus on the Vimshottri Dasha. How Vimshottri Dasha will makes a very important role, or how Vimshottri Dasha will going to influence our chart. So here we have like 5 6 planets. So there is another question arises: which house will get the prominent result? This is one of the main question. Many a times people might get confused. So all house will get activated, and this whole house will get give some results. Uh, but the major result, to see the prominent result of which house, we have to see the Ashtakvarga points. So Ashtakvarga points, I have also make the Ashtakvarga point of the same chart. Here, this is the Ashtakvarga point given by Venus to each house or every planet which gives point to Venus. So, and Venus got 7 points in 12th house, 5 points in the fourth house, 6 points in the fifth house, and 2 points in the what we call 2 points in the third house, and 4 points in the 10th house, respectively. So here this all houses got activated. So what Venus will going to say is whatever I activate, I'll give result to that houses all. Now there is one more important point here to note is many times many astrologer got confused, like there is no foreign traveling yoga in the chart, but then too people will go to foreign, either for studies or for settlement or something like that. So and that time, many a times we have seen like there is no yoga in D1 chart. So to find that, people might go into the D2 chart, D3 chart, D9 chart, D10 chart, like different divisional charts. Is there any yoga there? And they will just answer it like there is certain yoga in D9, there is certain yoga in D10. due to that the person will go to the foreign lands and all. They, but D1, all those charts has been created from D1. There should be something in D1 which will tell us there is yoga in D1, that will tell us the person will get into uh, foreign or something like that. So for that, here is the main point. As soon as the dasha of Venus got activated, Venus is going to give the result of fourth house, fifth house, and the 12th house. But as we see in Ashtakvarga points, Venus is giving the 7 points, which is the maximum points. So without any yoga, that 7 point will give the result of 12th house, which is a foreign land. Without any yoga, the person might get settled into foreign. That is the importance of Ashtakvarga point if we see the result of dasha. Now if we see the result of dasha, the person is in get the 6 points in fifth house. Fifth house is of the higher education. Fifth house is of love. Fifth house is of what we call is uh, trades and all. So, and 12th house is of the foreign land. 12th house is of also of like bad pleasure. 12th house is of uh, what we call expenses and all. So the person, uh, as soon as the Venus Dasha started, he take admission in the foreign university for his education. So see how the Dasha will take place. The, as soon as the Venus got activated, it got 6 points. So the higher education theme will start from the fifth house. After that, the 12th. Why only foreign? Because the 7 points are there in the 12th house. That is why person is going to pursue education in the foreign. And as also the second point here to see is he also got settled in foreign during the Venus Dasha. Although there is no yoga in his horoscope to got settled in foreign lands. But then to only Ashtakvarga points, it got more number of points in the 12th house. It will give the prominent result of that house. Might be possibility after Venus Dasha he has to come back or something like that. But if we see the whole Venus Dasha, he will going away, away, away from his home. So this is one point one should keep in mind while analyzing anyone's chart. Apart from that, if we see, so this is from, so whenever we have to see the result of the houses in dasha, we have to also see the ashtakvarga points given by that planet to each house, and those planet and houses it rules. So the more number of points it gives, more number of results we will get in during that dasha. So this is one of the most secret points, which people many a times did not use while analyzing Vimshottri Dasha. So the next point I'll uh, going to say is about so we know like there's Mahadasha is of like 20 years. As soon as the dasha will going to start, it will activate all the houses. For example, if I say like there is dasha of seventh house, that is Jupiter. So seventh house is of partnership. Seventh house is of love, marriage, relationship, and all this. So it's a major period. Like 16 years is a major period. So the next question arises is when will I get the fruit of marriage? Like we already know, like if Jupiter is plays good and the dasha will start, it will going to trigger a event for marriage. But when? when will it will going to trigger a event for marriage. So for the above chart, if we see in Venus Dasha and uh, Mars the Antar and Jupiter Prati Antar. So here is the point, Prati Antar Dasha. The period of Prati Antar Dasha, the third level of Vimshottari, third major sub period will give the result of event. That means whenever if Vimshottri Dasha, many times Vimshottri Dasha will not be giving result because some other dashas are playing important role in that. But it's when like some time period will be birth time will be not accurate, or there will be either like 2 5 minutes difference or something like that. But most of the time I would say like I'll always see results from Vimshottri only. So the third level of the Vimshottri Dasha will give result of the event, because all the major event, if you see, there should be some connection of that event with the third level of Dasha. That is, for example, here Jupiter is sitting with in this chart, Jupiter is sitting with Venus. So the question is when this person will get married. So the event of marriage will trigger either in the Prati Antardasha of Jupiter, or Prati Antardasha of Venus, or Prati Antardasha of Mercury, because Jupiter is sitting with Venus. So there is some transfer of energy between these two planet. And also Jupiter is sitting in the house of Mercury. So these are the major 3 points where the in those three antar prati antar dasha the results will be seen. This is one of the best trick of Vimshottri Dasha. Apart from that, if you see, uh, uh, for example, many a times you have seen people might get caught into accidents and all. So that time, go and see the Pratyantar Dasha will be of the eighth house, like Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar Dasha. The third level will be of the eighth house, prominently of the eighth house. So that is why either the eighth house lord is sitting with that house, or the eighth house, any other planet is sitting with the eighth house, or eighth house planet is sitting in anyone's house. All three planets might be there in the Pratyantar Dasha will trigger the event. So any event will going to trigger whenever the Pratyantar Dasha, if Vimshottri Dasha is right, playing a major role in your event of life, then always the Pratyantar Dasha will give the result of a specific house. It will going to activate that house. If you are searching for a job, then if you are searching for a long time and you are not going getting any result, go to the Pratyantar Dasha and see whenever the sixth or the 10th Lord Dasha will be, Pratyantar Dasha will become, that time you are going to, it will going to trigger your 10th house and the 6th house. That is the beauty of Vimshottri Dasha. So this is one of the secret of a Vimshottri Dasha one should always keep in our mind. Now, so likewise, each event, like the video will going to be for long time. If I am going to explain each and every houses and events, so I'm just making it very precise so that I can cover most of the information in it. Now, the major two dasha which many people always neglect who are learning astrology is the last two dashas, which are the most prominent and most important dasha. That is pran dasha and shukshma dasha and pran dasha, the level 4 and the level 5. This I would say this is the golden arm of astrology, the fourth and the fifth level of this the dasha. If you are doing trading and all, you should always see the fourth and fifth level because they will change very suddenly. The fifth level will be changing in like 5 days, 2 days, 1 day within that. And the fourth level will also, depending on the major dasha period, it will going to change in like 10 days, 15 days, 1 month, or something like that. So it will change very fast. And as we know, the Vimshottri Dasha is always depends on a nakshatra of moon. So moon also changes very fast. So this Dasha will change very fast and give the long lasting impact. For example, let's take an example of this chart. So this is the above chart. In this chart, uh, this is a transit of 8 June 2020. 2020. Sorry. So the in this month only. So the person is doing a lot of trading from past few months on this particular day, like before this day or after this day, he or she will get into a lot of losses. But on this particular day, he get the amount of profit she earns or he earns is uh, that much that he that will cover all her losses. So what is the major point in that? If you see the the dasha is of Venus, that is for 20 years, then the Jupiter 1 year, something like that, then the moon. If you see the major, the three last three dasha level, moon, sun and Venus. Shukshma Dasha, Pran Dasha is of Sun and Venus. If you see, the Sun is the second lord, and the Venus is the 11th lord. Both the lords are, uh, if we see, in the astrology, the second house and the 11th house will give uh, your answers about money or gains and all. So whenever the 11th and second lord combination will be there, it's for 1 or 2 days only. Either the dasha is not good or bad, that major period will give you for that those 2 days. If you are applying for any trading, you will get miraculous result. There are possibility that you will get lot of wealth that time. You will not going to be if transit also favors, you will not going into losses for sure. If you see, Venus is a 11th lord, that's fine. But if you see Jupiter is actually seeing the 11th house, but Jupiter is debilitated with Saturn that time making a Nij Bhanga Raj Yoga with Jupiter. Being Jupiter should give some bad results or something like that, because Jupiter is a karaka for finance, it's in the marka house. And Jupiter is going to give if it's in the marka house, then uh, some bad results will be there. But suddenly on the same day, the person get a profit of 1 lakh rupees out of his stocks, and he or she only invested very less amount. How after it was a sudden? event trigger for 1 or 2 days. Why was that? Because Sun and Venus, the Pratyantare and the Shukshma Dasha is very, very favorable for only those 2 days. This combination of Sun and Venus will trigger the event. So I always say, like, whenever you are making trading or something like that, always always focus on last two level of dasha, which will give miraculous results. People always ignore the last two levels, because last levels will going to trigger an event very fast, like because whenever the venus dasha will start, that's a major period. It will give result of this house, that house majorly. But how prominently, because certain event will trigger for a short period. Yeah, if you want to get married, you will going to get married for a single day. Yeah, it's not like daily your seventh house got activated, you are going to marry daily. Or you are if you want to buy a vehicle, you are going to buy a vehicle daily. So if you also want to buy a vehicle, like house or something, see, the third level of dasha, that is pratyantar dasha, will be of fourth house. And it's also the fifth and sixth level is of the 11th house, that is the house of desires. That time, if you are wishing to buy a house or a vehicle, your wish got fulfilled. Same like you can apply to each and every major part of your life. This is how, if you see Vimshottri Dasha, only from Vimshottri Dasha you will going to get exact result. You don't have to see other dashas. If the Vimshottri Dasha is playing a major role, you just have to see how we are going to analyze the Dasha, because each level of Vimshottri has certain meaning and certain results according to it. So we just have to see. Even in the worst period, I would say, like always, if you are people are trading, this is one of the best result I have always seen in many people's chart. Like whenever the fifth lord or the second lord or the what we call it, Lagnesh or 11th lord, this major planet which will give benefit, their last three dasha will be in sequence. And definitely on those particular day, if you try to invest or something like that in a good way, then you will get a good results for that. And those particular day is also good, whether the your antardasha is not good or your mm, Mahadasha is not good, but those particular days are really good for you. So this is all the secrets about. There are a lot more secrets. For example, mm, uh, let's analyze one accident chart. So in this chart, if you say on 4th of April, I think 2018, this person got get into an accident. She was riding a scooty. That time, what happened is, like, see, Venus is in the 11th house, own house. It's very strong, but the third level of dasha is of Saturn. So Saturn activated the seventh and the eighth house, and Saturn from the sixth in the transit is seeing the eighth house, and Mars is also expecting the Saturn. So eighth house got the prominent result of Saturn and the Mars, and the Saturn being in the third level of the dasha, that time the person got caught into the accident. This is how prominent results we can see from dasha. And if we see the this fourth and fifth level of dasha, they are also making sense. So from D1 chart, if we analyze the dasha very particular, if we analyze it from the particular points, we don't have to see other charts. Although other charts are very important, because we cannot predict each and everything, because it's a lot of things we can see from one house. For that, we have made the different section of D charts, like D1, D2, D9, D10, D60, and like that. But if we see all other charts are the snapshots of our D1 chart, there is a Lagna chart, then it will going to show the results. We have to find something should be there in D1 chart, which will be seen if we know about Vimshottri Dasha in detail and how we are going to use the Vimshottri Dasha. Hope you guys understand, understand what I have said, I want to deliver. And also, uh, if you guys really like the video, please do subscribe my channel. And if you want to know about know particularly about any section of astrology, please make a comment regarding that, so I'll try to cover up those points in my future videos. Please do subscribe. Thank you.